As a peer guide, Native youth interactions and law enforcement agencies affect community safety. Our research conducted that not all Native youth feel safe around police in their communities. We also found out that there was a common theme across the different regions on how law enforcement and community support agencies made them feel safe. There were dozens of Native youth who listed the police as both a challenge and a community strength to their public safety. Some have even expressed the feelings of PTSD when they see police, as if it's a trigger to their past traumas and fears. This reflects the diversity in tribal communities, both on and off the reservation, in both rural and urban communities. One suggestion from a youth is for non-natives who work for tribal nations to be required to take a basic workshop on American Indian Studies or a basic workshop on cultural sensitivity. These classes are to improve our relationship buildings with community members and police enforcement. Personal interactions with the police myself came off as a strength. In my community, we started off with youth involvement in police exploration programs. And those police exploration programs built relationships to where we would trust our local law enforcement. There are other times where we have had community members feel threatened by police communities and law enforcement agencies simply because of prejudice and personal beliefs as to where pigs versus slaves. I've heard this conversation before, but my personal interactions with law enforcement have been nothing but good. I have different stories that could be told by my parents where they wouldn't trust police to come to the house whenever an altercation was going on. And it mainly had to do with the way the situation would have been perceived. Most of the time, when police get involved, there's always one side of the story that's never heard, and that's not the victim or the aggressor's story. It's usually the policeman's story, and we need to figure out how they feel treating tribal members and what their current thoughts on tribal interactions are.
The Unity Peer Guides are here to help. We know that together we can heal our communities. The Healing Indigenous Lives Initiative is supported by a cooperative agreement between Unity Inc. and the U.S. Department of Justice, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention.